This is the Impulsive Thinker Podcast, a show for high-achieving ADHD entrepreneurs. Together, we will inform and educate you about how to improve your self-awareness while developing systems, routines, and habits for conquering the entrepreneurial world. Here is your host, Andre Brisson.
Hey there, it's Andre, the Impulsive Thinker. I'm reflecting on the conversation I had this week with Brian Scudamore, who's the founder and CEO of O2E Brands. They house 1-800-GOT-JUNK, Wow One Day Painting, and Shack Shine. And he's also the best-selling author of WTF, Willing to Fail, and BYOB, Build Your Own Business, Be Your Own Boss. His contact info is in the show notes. So we were talking a lot about vision and how to be an entrepreneur versus a worker or a technician. And what I really liked about this episode was the original direction was to talk about the founder's dilemma and certain different points, but it really went the direction it went because it was natural and it made a lot of sense to me to go down that route. And we really talked more about the vision. So the founder's dilemma is They say in the article link will be in the show notes too. The founder's dilemma is every entrepreneur or startup gets to a fork in the road. Either I lead a small business or get rich in a bigger one. And it was kind of funny. It was a little bit of an ADHD moment. I don't think he really remembered the article he wrote, but there were still a lot of fantastic points. Or since then he's wrote it, he's probably had some growth and insight too, which it was really cool. But what he said was, do you want to be rich or king? Do you want to be rich, scale it, just make money and then sell it? Or do you want to be king and be a leader of something? And then he said something that really pushed me over. And I never thought it this way because I've been struggling with this, how to lead as an entrepreneur in the company. And he said, be king of your own vision. For a while I was thought, I want to lead the company. I want to lead the engineering team. I want to lead tactical breakthroughs to grow it. But how can I grow it without having to do a lot of crap in the company? And I always get stuck going back to that. But when he said, be king of your own vision, what I got out of it is I'm responsible for the vision. That's it. I'm only to do anything related to the vision. And to me now, that's very easy to be able to say, hey, that's not my role. That has nothing to do with the vision. It's working on the company that's key here. And I don't know about you, but for me, I'm tired of doing the tactical stuff, but I still got the habit of going in, or I feel guilty not doing the tactical stuff because it's what I should do or no. But the one thing he did bring up, Brian, was that he brought up the E-Myth. Written by Michael E. Gerber, and it's a great book, very small, easy to read, but basically there are the entrepreneur on the startup is basically three people. They are the entrepreneur, the manager, and the technician. And Brian really brought up the fact is he doesn't do anything in the company, which means he's not a technician. He's not doing the technical, tactical tasks to get stuff done for a couple of reasons. Not good at it. No longer required for him to do it if he wants to bring the company forward. Now, if you're the type of person who wants to be a technician, that's fine. Maybe you just need to hire a manager. Maybe you need to hire someone who can do the vision. But there's nothing wrong just being a technician if that's what you want to do. And I'm not trying to make you feel guilty or dumb or anything. If you want to be a technician, do it. Do what you want to do and how you want to do it. That's the great thing about being an entrepreneur in your own company. So I don't want to be a technician anymore. And that's what he said, be the dumbest person in the room. By him, what he was referring to is that he has a person that makes him feel the dumbest person in the room about marketing, about accounting, about HR, because he hired people that know stuff about that more than he does, and they enjoy doing it. And that's the key. They need to enjoy doing the things you don't like to do. And that's building a team up around you that, you can build trust and you communicate together. And then for me, I've always had this goal. I said, I want to be the dumbest person in the company. And it's along the same lines is I want engineers that know more about engineering calculations, structure, how to put the complicated stuff is my ability is actually coming up with ways to come up with a general solution that's going to work, but I need other people to prove it'll work. because I don't want to do the tactical stuff to prove it'll work. There's too many details and it takes too much time. So that's why I got my own engineering staff. I got drafters. I don't want to do the drawings. I'm all good at that stuff, but I don't enjoy it and I don't want to do it. And then again, and once you get a team to a certain size, again, following the E-Myth structure here, you need a manager that can oversee and help the technicians do the stuff repeatedly. And I really this really changed my mindset a long time ago about the E-Myth, was when he said, you need to franchise your company. Doesn't mean you're going to sell it or have franchises or whatever. It just means set up your policies and procedures, have them written down so they're easily repeatable and you're not there all the time making sure it's being done properly as a manager would. And then you've got the entrepreneur, the visionary, the one who works on the company so we can move it forward. And like Brian was saying, is taking ownership of that vision. And his ability is being a cheerleader, bringing the right people on to grow it, creating a vision for people to work through. And the thing is, being a visionary, and a lot of us ADHD brains, a lot of us, we are visionaries, is we got to work on that ability, because a lot of people want a vision to go towards. It's almost like, I might have this wrong, but the vision is the picture on the box and the mission is putting the puzzle together. So actually, I didn't interest. I'm actually referring to a puzzle. So the picture on a puzzle box is the vision, while the mission is how to put the puzzle together to get that picture. And working on your company feels like you're doing nothing in comparison with other people. But like I was telling Brian, I thought for the longest time, my people thought I was being lazy and not doing anything. But that wasn't the case. They saw I was working in the areas that I am able to do. They were relying on me to get more work while they were doing the work that they enjoyed to do. So a lot of times it's us making belief or putting a false perception of others onto ourselves. And we got to get out of that mindset and stop doing stuff we don't like and to work on the company. And to do that, we need to release control of things. And we have to let go of these tasks so other people who are better than us that can do it. And it's a tough road. It's an old habit, especially if you're a startup and it was go, 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 go. And our ADHD brain is just all over it. Go, 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 go. And 5, 6, 10 years. It becomes an ingrained habit that we got to get out of. And we got to give ourselves permission to do what we want to do best. And you know why it feels like we're doing nothing? Because it's stuff that we enjoy doing and we're damn good at it. And doesn't feel like work. So we got to get out of this mindset that it has to be hard to be good, enjoyable work. If it's stuff you enjoy, it comes to you easily, that is your job, that is your strength, and that's where you stay in. So for you, are you the entrepreneur, the manager, or the technician? And it's very hard to get out of this technician mindset to do it because we started it, we did everything. But now it's time for other people to take over the things that we're not good at, that takes us way too long to do, or take over the stuff that we don't have a passion for anymore, but even though we're good at it. Be king or queen of your vision. And for me, that just changed the whole way I look how I'm going to proceed today. I'm just going to own the vision and I'm going to work on the vision because I'm good at that. I can figure out strategies for people on how to get there, but I'm not going to figure out how to do it. And this is where I get stuck in, is just because I create the vision, I create the strategy, that I must figure out how to do it. But if I figure out how to do it for my team, that's their abilities, then I'm actually undermining their capabilities. That'll erode trust between us. And it's a one-way communication, not two. So sharing the vision, this is where we want to go. Maybe here's our major milestones or major steps we got to take, because I'm a strategy type of person. You may not be, but I know that's my strength. But I got to let them figure out how to get there, as long as the outcomes are clearly stated in measurable methods or statements that we know where we're going. So for you, what do you think about this? Like this whole looking at it different, be king or queen of your vision. Are you a technician? Are you a manager? Or are you a visionary? Like Gerber uses the term entrepreneur, but it's actually it's a visionary. So to me, you as the entrepreneur, your strength might be as the visionary, as a manager or a technician. It doesn't matter where you fall, as long as you're enjoying yourself and you like it and you get joy from it. Where do you stand? Are you a visionary? Are you a manager type that likes to see people get things done? Or are you a technician that gets the hands-on? And I'd like to hear from you. Please let me know. Go to the website, tacticalbts.com, and you can contact me there. Thanks again for listening. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Impulsive Thinker podcast. If you enjoyed it, subscribe, rate, and review the show. It helps us get discovered by listeners like you. If you can share this with 2 other people, that would be greatly appreciated. Please go to our website, tacticalbts.com, to check out the programs we are currently offering, especially the ADHD transformation journey for the high-achieving ADHD entrepreneur. Again, that's the website, tacticalbts.com. Thank you, and talk to you soon.
Thank you for listening to the Impulsive Thinker podcast. If you have a question, comment, or suggestion for the show, please visit theimpulsivethinker.com. The Impulsive Thinker podcast is produced by Tactical Breakthroughs and hosted by Andre Brisson. Remember, ADHD is only a part of you, not all of you.